I'm just gonna start while you were painting, all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So we're in Amsterdam in Paradiso, and I am joined by Lydmor.
I'm just killing.
Should I say Lydmor, or can I just call you Jenny?
That kind of depends on what mood you're in. I mean, you can do it with both. Some people call me Lydmor, and my friends call me Jenny. So, are you my friend?
Well, I'd like to be.
Okay, cool. Then call me Jenny.
But while we're on the subject, where does the name Lydmor come from?
Lydmor actually means mother of sound in Danish. And it comes from a time where I was doing a project where there was a girl doing food. Like she had a food wagon. And I had a kind of a studio and I was doing sound. And in Denmark we have this expression called madmor, which translates to food mother, which is something you lovingly say about a person who makes food for you. So she was called Lydmor, food mother. And then after a while, people started calling me music mother or sound mother. And then I kind of liked it. I like it. It was like warm. I felt like a nice, warm, cozy thing to be named. And it's been my name ever since.
All right. So let's talk about your latest record. Mm-hmm. I tell them our story. I told you. Sorry.
It's a tongue twister, isn't it?
It's a tongue twister.
Alcohol test.
Yeah. There are a lot of interesting aspects on that record, and the first and I think the most biggest one is that the city of Shanghai plays a big part in the record because you ended up there.
Yeah.
How did you end up there?
I was going through like a crisis in my life, like one of the really big ones. Like a lot of things were just fucking up. I was fucking up. Like my love life, my creative life, my career, everything just felt kind of muddy and undefined, and I felt like I kept making the wrong decisions. And I needed to do something super drastic to kind of get out of that like spiral of bad things. And then Shanghai kind of popped into my head. And kind of like this, I have no idea what's going to happen if I go to Shanghai. You know, like we all know what happens if a musician goes to LA or to New York or to Berlin. There's been movies about that. But I was like, Shanghai is in China. This weird country that is so big, but we know nothing about it. It's communist. Yeah, it is full of capitalism and it is growing so fast. And I'd been in Shanghai a few times and been really, really fascinated by the city. And it just started being like, I think that's probably where I need to go. It feels like, in one way, the most real place you'll ever be on Earth, where everything is more honest than everywhere else. And on the other hand, it's like Narnia, like Magic Land, like it doesn't exist, because it's so weird and so unreal.
The city really lives in that album. You hear noises from the street, from people talking. It feels like it really plays a part in your new music.
Yeah, I realized as I was staying there that I really wanted to describe Shanghai in an album. I was just surrounded by this crazy story. When I got there, I got involved with this group of people and this story kind of unfolded around me. And I was like, fuck, I have to tell this story. Somebody has to. And I'm here as a musician who can do albums. And I have a platform to tell this story. Of course, I should tell it. So it affected me immensely. I feel like a different person after I came back from Shanghai.
And what is the story? Is it... Yeah.
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
All right. All right.
I mean, it's secret. Like, a lot of the stuff that went on is quite dark, and a lot of it is illegal, and a lot of it is very personal to me and to some other people. So, I mean, the only way I could ever tell it was the way I told it on the album.
You released the song Claudia as a single not too long ago, and that's really like it has like a very serious message. I think it really ties in with what you just said, things that were going on there that weren't really right. It's kind of more it's a really activistic song, actually, right?
Yeah, I mean, Claudia in many ways has ties to a lot of things besides the person Claudia. She's a real person, and I can never tell people who she is. But the themes that I attack in that song is feminism and capitalism, which I think is more related than people realize. So I'm kind of trying to attack this male, rich symbol of control of the world and trying to make Claudia into like a rebel anthem. against that.
Spilling through the ground at dawn. My insides shake as you look on. I try to fight it, but I'm long gone.
I'm currently painting my body with fluorescent body paint. Like
Yes.
this UV face and body paint that I bought in a shop for ravers. They always get surprised that I buy so much of it that I use as a part of my live show. So this paint is very special. It reacts to certain lamps that my light engineer can trigger. So at points in my set, this starts to glow.
Yeah.
And
The different stripes at each time.
Yeah, and also in time with the music.
Yeah.
So like suddenly you'll see my body going voo, 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 and it's quite intense. Because we experimented a lot to find the right kind of paints and the right kind of lamps. When we found the right combination and we tried it on the first time in a basement in Copenhagen, both like semi-drunk, we were like astounded. Like, it was like, why is nobody else doing this? Like, it looks so cool. It's so special. It's so much fun. Actually, I'm trying to do something that looks kind of like a robot. Oh, so I'm trying to make it look. You can't see right now, but I'm trying to make it look kind of like the circular stuff that's inside a computer.
Yeah.
So you see, I'll do like this, and I'll like make like a few of those. Kind of looks like little cables, and then I'll do one that goes out, a small one, and make it go round. I kind of try to imagine that these are all circuits inside a computer, but it might change. I mean, every single night is different. And it's funny because like I don't really have good and bad hair days, but I have good and bad paint days. Like some days
it became more important.
yeah, and like some days I'm looking at like, I fucked it up. It's not as cool as it usually is. And some days I'm like, oh my god, this is great. I'm like, because I'm always like improvising. I don't have like a set pattern. I just like paint some stuff and wait for it to kind of.
I almost don't dare to ask, but can I maybe have like a line here on my arm?
Yeah, man. Yeah, of course.
Nice, because I want to light up during the show as well. Oh.
All right. Okay. Can you have to hold still?
Sorry.
I'll make like a little machine for you.
Yeah.
Let's see here. But you have to stand quite close to the stage for it to light up. So that's a bit of commitment.
I'll make sure I'll do that.
I'm just killing time.
See, I'm being perfectionist now because I mean you're kind of like a representative of mine since you're walking around with this. There you go.
All right, thank you.
A little pattern for you.
All right, thank you so much.